Miserable throughout much of the Midwest, but we've got football to perk up our spirits. That's the good news at Paul Brown Stadium. That's where we're at here in Cincinnati. The enthusiasm of this Cincinnati crowd in full effect a moment ago as their Bengals took the field to the delight of this sold-out crowd. And they're all set as they'll match up with the Jacksonville Jaguars. This will be fielded at the 8. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Hey, switch gears, switch gears.
Hey.
Check 4, check 4. Where you at?
Hands up.
They'll run here with a former Steeler. This is Le'Veon Bell. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Check. Watch the run. Peek in.
Nice.
Play fake. Here's Dalton. That's complete to John Ross. 10 yards there on a Bengal first.
A gain of 10 yards.
Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Rashard Robinson with a pick. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
Oh, I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on.
Fine. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Topper.
Dalton right back on the horse after the pick 6. Flushed out right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again. Just like last week, each game is its own entity, treated as such.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. 23 yards, the final tally. Nice completion there for Andy Dalton. Charles, you worked some of his games when he was at TCU. Now you've worked his games in the NFL. What progression have you seen?
I've seen a guy who took over as a freshman in college and got better and better each year. Always added a little bit more to his game, got stronger. But the best part about him is he's always been accurate.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
44.
To throw again. Dalton. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
It's a gain of 5.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
So go. Wide 80. Close.
Keep it up. Check three.
They go with Leonard Fournette, third-year back from LSU. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. A big run by the big man Fournette. 67 yards on the ground.
And the Jaguars first down.
So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field.
Hey, Haywood.
Now Love. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. D.D. Westbrook, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Showing it.
Out of the shotgun, it's Bell. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
93, 44. Here you go. Check.
Third down, a shot here for Dalton. And here's another interception, the third of this first quarter. He's picked off just shy of midfield. There he goes left side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
What you just saw there, first-round talent, second year, even more success. A pick 6 for a touchdown.
Great play. And it's tough for these guys, you've told me before, to adjust in the secondary as a first-year guy. So that sophomore season is big for them.
They really start to expand the playbook for them even more. Sometimes they dumb it down a little bit to make them comfortable year 1. By year 2, they should have all the nuances, and now they've adjusted to the speed of NFL play as well.
Showed right there.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Here we go.
368.
44 is the mark.
They'll try the right side with Bell. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
Now 3rd and 4.
Ha. 2 by 2. Move. Lead. Hey, help.
3rd down from the gun. Dalton. He's got his man, Boyd. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. Andy Dalton now 4 out of 10 throwing the ball in this first half, but he's got a first down here. Passing, it's Dalton. That's complete, it's Bell. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it's a 2nd down.
2 yards on the
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
That one, a first down pickup of 8. 21-0 our score after 1. Now, after the run by Bell, here's another 1st and 10.
Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field.
2 by 2. Move.
44. Mike, 44. I'm coming.
Hey, help.
From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. He goes full extension, and he's got it. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Single the slot.
Dalton now to pass. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. And Bengals on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it with Bell. Yeah, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. They'll try to pass on 4th down. Dalton got a man. It's Ross, complete. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Play action here with Dalton. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 38, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away. And that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening...
And now here is another interception. Rashard Robinson with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Now Leonard Fournette. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
368. Recon, 132.
Now a first down carry by Bell. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 10 yards there on a Bengal first.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So from the 36 now, first and 10.
Pull it high. Regular. Hey, Charlie.
44's the Mike. 44's Mike. Check.
Dalton sets up play action. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, he couldn't turn it into much more.
Throwing again on second down. Dalton.
Let's go.
Ladies.
Single.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
First and 10 for Dalton. Caught here by Bell. No gain on the play there. It'll be second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
Watch it. Bravo.
Watch the run. 44's the Mike. 44's Mike.
To throw again on second down. Dalton, he's going to take a shot for the end zone. Back of the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know, but all these first-half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, couldn't find a silver lining in this one, much more like lead.
The game clock sitting at 2:02, so they'll get one play before the 2-minute warning.
Out.
Here you go. 93, 50, stop.
To throw on third down. Dalton letting one go deep for the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
Now, things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front seven? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
After the field goal now, it's Bullock to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They'll run with Fournette. That one a first down pickup of 8. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On the run, it's Fournette. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Hey, let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D. 45, 45. 11B.
On 2nd down and 4, Luck and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Come on, guys.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
At their own 39-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Going deep downfield. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. John Ross with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bengals strike quickly here for 6 points. Extra point up and good by Bullock. Our first look at the NFL scoreboard comes from Green Bay. Early lead in that one for the Packers. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
6 man. 12. Check curls, check curls, check curls. Check 3.
Hey, Alpha.
57's a mic. 57's a mic. Get in the weight room.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
Hey, check 24, check 24.
Fournette, a first down carry. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning.
On 1st and 10, Locke. He's going to loft one deep left side. And this is caught inside the 5. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. DJ Chark in the final seconds of the first half. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And he'll go out of bounds all the way down inside the 35. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Oh, yeah, baby, let's go. Let's go.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm, congratulatory, but also what they were saying is don't expect them to be the
touchdown, Jaguars. Leonard Fournette, 81 yards. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Boy, the action just coming fast and furious right now. If you got up to go get a drink from the fridge, you picked the wrong time. 2 long touchdowns.
Yeah, and that's how you answer a one-play drive with a one-play drive of your own. And you're exactly right. If you step away from the action, my dad took me to a Major League Baseball game when I was 8. I needed to go to the bathroom. Of course, while we're in the bathroom, grand slam home run.
Well, it tends to happen that way, doesn't it?
Yeah, my dad still hasn't forgiven me.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. And my goodness, another interception. A.J. Boye with a pick, and he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times.
Check out. 675.
Hey, come on, no, come on, no.
Hurry, hurry.
They keep it with Fournette on first down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
At the Bengals' 22-yard line.
Check out. 540. 11.
Mike's 59. Mike's 59. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
Back to throw. Love. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. That's 3 touchdown passes now for Andrew Luck. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that will extend this big lead.
42. Bengals 10.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Cincy offense about time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough, because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who could make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for 1st and 10. To throw here, Dalton. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. John Ross, the one he was looking for. And it's second down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions. Third down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
44's the mic. 44's the mic.
Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now.
44. Mike, 44.
Hands up.
On third down, Dalton. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Bullock's kick is good. And that will knock this down to still a very large 29-point deficit. I guess the last score wasn't enough for them. They want more. Here comes an onside kick. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. After the field goal now, it's Bullock to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last time out, another touchdown. And I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the fourth quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off around the 41. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing again. Dalton. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. Josh Allen. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. So the sack, and now it's 3rd and long for Dalton and the Bengals.
Let's go, defense.
Hey, Foxtrot.
Mike spoke first.
Out of the gun, it's Dalton. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. After the field goal now, it's Bullock to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And a pretty slick return there as he's up just shy of the 45-yard line.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And they're going to have this way down in Cincinnati territory. So he nearly took it the distance, gets him down inside the 10 for a 1st and goal.
I'd love to be in his head right now, because is he rewarding himself for a great run, or is he kicking himself because he didn't get all the way to the goal line?
They'll try and run forward with Fournette. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up. This Fournette territory here. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Leonard Fournette with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Lambeau to add on the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Next to score, Jaguars 49, Bengals 16.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away.
The Bengals take over.
Let's go, baby.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Hey, let go.
44, Mike, 44.
On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton. Got a man open, it's Ross. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Give him 17 and a Cincinnati first down. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
Check.
Hey, Zoo.
44 is the Mike. 40.
2-by-2. Move.
Cut. 44, Mike, 46.
Dalton here from the gun. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Hey, orbit. Ice.
And it'll be Dalton again. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. Marcel Darius flies in at 331 pounds for the sack.
Well, enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Switch it. Banjo.
To throw on 3rd down, Dalton. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down. They'll run on 1st down. It's Bell. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And a very good return as he'll take it all the way up to the 40-yard line. The number 7 usually lucky here, not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he'd won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer, the last to do it in 2001, to throw 7 picks. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down.
A gain of 13 yards.
And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Hey, pick your game up. Kill, kill, kill. Kill, kill, kill.
This is Fournette. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
On 2nd down and 4. Luck. The quick slant caught. First target, first catch, and a first down.
Watch the whip. Check 26, check 26.
They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. This Fournette territory here, and he's alone in the backfield on 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and goal.
Hey, watch the slant. 6 guys.
Running it with Armstead. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. The kick by Lambeau is good. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know, in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Now after the made field goal, back out Lambeau to kick this one off. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And here's a throw taken in by Boyd. 18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. 1st down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
A gain of 6 here on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Throwing, Dalton, open man is Ross, complete. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair.
Nice hit, boy.
So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. This will be Dalton again. And my goodness, another interception. A.J. Boye with a pick. The 30, past the 20, 10, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. Oh, this is becoming tough to watch. I don't know that I've seen 3 pick-sixes from the same quarterback in the same game.
And I know that many are going to scream at the coach about why did you let him stay out there to throw those. But truthfully, what are the odds that you're going to throw 3 pick-sixes in a game? You want to leave him out there so he can work through some of the rough stuff.
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest,
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Flush to his right. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
2nd and 10. Dalton once more. Escaping the pressure right. He completes it to Boyd. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th.
They're not ready for this. They still playing.
And again, Andy Dalton to throw. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Dalton, 1st and 10. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And now here is another interception. Rashard Robinson with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle at the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee, and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone, so they could use something here on 3rd down.
Watch twist. 12. Buzz.
From the end zone, 1. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside.
He's tired of me. He's tired of us.
57. Hey, wahoo! Alert!
Hey, check Mike 57.
Throwing now, Luck. Looking deep downfield. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Kill.
Now Fournette. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's